Hey guys, I don't have time to make a real long video of this. I just wanted to get this out there so that it was out there, and then maybe I'll get around to it later. But I just want to show you this is something I added, and what it is it's a face shield. Now there are 5 different components here. There's the frame, there is the right upright, the left upright, the right holder and the left holder. Now, when you're designing, if you follow the other videos, what you should be able to do is when you're basically done, aligning everything else, just hold the shift button and click here, or you can individually select if they're out of order and just grab all 5 of them, and now use the transform button to move this whole thing in mass, okay, to wherever you need it positioned. Now notice these little holders are long, kind of like the attachments are for your elastics or whatever. Now you position it where you want, and they should be sticking inside of the mask. I don't have one uploaded right now into this design, but hopefully you can visualize what I'm talking about. Try to keep it centered. Try not to move it left and right in the red if you can avoid it, only because it is intended to be centered with the boot. Not imperative, but you shouldn't need to, I guess is my point. Just use the blue arrows, and then the green arrows. Now the green, you do want to try to have this at the top of the forehead, right at the hairline, if there is a hairline, as high as you can. And reality is any sort of clear material you attach here is going to be bellied out against the face mask. Whatever, that should actually, I haven't tested this, so I could be completely full of it when I'm describing this, but my hope is that that would actually keep it from moving around too much. The idea is you're trying to protect some splatter, trying to keep things. This is not perfect. There are better OSHA-approved solutions here. I'm just trying to help in any way I can. So if you don't like this, if you think it's dumb, don't do it. But hopefully it helps. So anyway, once you've combined this, then you can pretty much the way I've designed these components. Let me go ahead and turn everything off for a second here. This piece right here, okay, this upright should be printable without supports right on its back here, okay, laid flat. The same thing with this. I rounded the edges here, even though the holes in the holders are square, because if you get some overcure, if you're resin printing or over, print when you're using FDM printing, it shouldn't matter because there's a little bit of wiggle room within the holders. So you print those 2 pieces, and then this right here, this frame, should hopefully also be printable from here. I would add supports for these individual components there, these 3 different things sticking out. But it shouldn't require much support there. Add supports there. You can add supports around the entire thing if you're resin printing, whatever. But then once you're done printing it, you've got these 3 components are separate. You've got the mask, which will now have the holders incorporated into it. Now, adding on to the previous design, what you want to do is you want to take these 2 things, and you want to take your loops, and you want to combine all of them, okay? It's not necessary, but or I shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. You want to combine these with all of your mask components, your boot, your port, your mask. I don't have one in here, but combine all of those so that when you do your Boolean operations in 3D Builder, these get clipped off the same way as all the other attachments. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, maybe I'll get around to making a full video, but this is sort of just an add-on to the previous video. The setup is basically the same thing. You're just treating these like 2 more attachments, okay? The only caveat is that when you're positioning, you want to make sure that you have these components shown when you position them so that you don't get them out of whack, so that you can't later on attach them. Okay, hopefully this helps. I'll get this video posted right away so that you guys can use these files. I'll also be sure to upload them to the website. They are hosted on my website. Let me go ahead and go to my website here, and these are for free. I have them for sale on my website, but it's not money. It's just about hosting, because the places I've used Thingiverse is so slow these days, so I just put it here. I'll update this file. I'll probably just make a separate one, so one with the face mask, one without. I don't know why, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I don't know. So Okay, maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll, you can just exclude the parts you don't want. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah, so you don't know, you're not questioning which one do I need. There'll just be one file. You can decide which ones you do or do not use. All right. Hopefully this video helps you. Bye for now. And I'm recording again because I forgot to mention one thing. The way these are positioned, I basically measured out a typical 3-hole punch. So if you have a clear material, again, not perfect, but what I literally used was I took my laminator at home and I just laminated a normal transparency, well, whatever, a laminated sheet, and just didn't put paper in there. Laminated it, took a 3-hole punch, put it, of course, horizontally, and it goes right to chin, just above the hairline. It's not ideal. We want longer than that. So if you have other material that's bigger, better, then great. But again, something, in my opinion, at this point, something's better than nothing. I don't have any testing to back any of this up. I'm quarantined at home, so I can't even 3D print most stuff that people are using. I can only work on software, so I'm doing my best to help where I can. Hopefully, this appeals and helps some people. If you don't, if you want to skip it because you don't think it's a good idea, again, don't. But again, the idea here is that it's a 3-hole punch. You should be able to slide it over this notch and then pop it past this little catch here, and then it should hold pretty securely. Um, and yeah, hopefully this works well for you. There is a little bit of passivity here, so this part should slide in and out as needed without falling out too easily, I'm hoping. Let me know if anyone tests this, prints it. Thanks so much. All right, bye for now.